you've got to be very careful that even the difficult procedures don't become routine. And that is, I think that a trap that many of us fall into as busy orthopedic surgeons is to avoid the mundane and avoid the routine. And that took me to a completely different sphere of life. You know, think about, on the one hand, in the month of May, I was doing 25 to 28 surgeries per week, seeing hundreds of patients in the clinic, and then 1 month to follow, nothing. You probably are not aware that in the world today, there are approximately 350 million surgeries that are done annually around the world. But only 5% of those surgeries take place in the world's poorest countries. What I think is going to take place in the world of foot and ankle as we see it, and perhaps as your younger surgeons and registrars see it today, it's not going to be in the realm of plates and screws. We're done with that. When a new plate comes on the market, it's all me too. There's nothing terribly different, because I genuinely believe that you have to always be a little bit outside of your comfort zone in order to improve your skill set, in order to advance your knowledge base. Cheaper, I think, is very important. We see things because we have access to everything. We don't necessarily think about cost. You have to think about that in the rest of the world. How much will this implant cost? Maybe, we're used to very sophisticated screws and plates and implants. What if all you had were pins? What brings me tremendous joy, excitement, passion for what I do, and keeps me going is constantly now doing new things, being challenged all the time by very different deformities, which are also humbling. There's nothing worse as a surgeon to be arrogant and overconfident. And unfortunately, I'm just as guilty of that as other surgeons. Many years ago, let's say 15 years ago, I was asking one of my fellows, what has he read recently? And he looked at me as if I was nuts. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, what novel have you read? He said, I haven't read anything. I said, well, when was the last time you read a novel? He said, when I had to in high school. I said, but you mean you've not read a novel since high school and you're now a fellow of mine in orthopedics? Yeah, I read orthopedics.